What is up, everybody? I am going to do, upon request, a full walkthrough and tour and special features of the Nintendo Switch, the new hybrid system by Nintendo, the UI user interface walkthrough tour. I did a kind of a little quick peek when we were first booting it up. I'll actually go into depth and talk about everything. At least the most important things that you need to know about. Okay, so as you can see here, this is what you're brought. This is the screen that comes up when you pretty much boot the system. This is your main screen here. You have the battery indicator in the upper right. Now what I did was I actually went into the menus, a little tip for you, and I changed it to percentage. I do that on a lot of my devices, just makes it more easier. I actually can tell precisely where you're at with your battery. Good in handheld mode. The time, your internet connection there, how many Joy-Con controllers in the lower left that you have connected. There's your user icon that you set up earlier. Sean's page. Every user has its own page. Now, one thing that I like about this operating system is that you don't have to log in like PlayStation and Xbox, and you're pretty much logged in your user account with everything you do. So, which means is you're never really truly logged in. Everything that you do on here, whether it's going into the eShop, playing a game, will actually ask you, which user are you? And I think that's kind of cool because no matter who, gets on the system and plays the system, and you want to jump to something else and you don't want to log in as this person, you actually will ask you, so you're not tied to an account. Pretty cool. So if you want to do separate things on here, you can without signing in and out, in and out, in and out. It makes it a lot easier. As you can see, we're in the middle of a fast RMX game there, the racing game, and it says playing. So that is pretty cool. And then we have our news, our eShop, album, because Nintendo Switch takes screenshots of your in-game footage, controllers, system settings, and your sleep mode and power. So we're going to actually go to system settings here. Now the top, there's support, health, and safety. And the first three here are pretty much in handheld mode when you're using it as a tablet. So your airplane mode, screen brightness, screen lock. You're not going to use that on your TV in TV mode. And then you have parental controls. You can actually set things. There's an app that you can actually download on your device, on your phone or tablet, and actually have more control and have certain settings. Your internet settings, how do you connect, your data management. This is kind of handy. It comes with 32 gig. It's right off the bat. A little less than that because the operating system, and plus we have some games on here. Your micro SD card will be on the right side there. You can actually manage software. So as you can see, Fast RMX is taking up 835 megabytes. Shovel Knight is taking up 145. Tells you what you got left. So that's nice. You can manage your save data and your screenshots also. You can keep up to date with all your users and whoever signed in and whose ever accounts on here. Same with me characters. You can actually have all your me characters here in the me list. Right now it's only me, but I'll be adding some people and friends and family, so that'll build up. Okay. Amiibo, all your information for the amiibos. Themes, there's only black and white right now, but they're probably, I'm sure, going to come out with more themes in the future. Your notifications, you can actually set notifications on just like any other device. There's a sleep mode with a timer that will turn off. This is pretty cool. I like this. So, controllers and sensors. This is really handy. It's got all this, but if you come down here at test input devices, pretty neat. So you can do test touchscreen or you can test controller buttons. Watch this. Really nice if like you're having a problem and you think a controller or something is dead or a button's not working. You can actually fully test it here. So, pretty neat. That could come in handy when you're trying to troubleshoot something. Alright, so that's pretty neat. TV settings. A lot of this stuff is on automatic, but it does have some adjustments that you can set. And then, of course, system, you have your system update, which we just did. We're currently on the newest update, 2.0.0. Your console nickname, your language, and all your standard fare there. This is where I actually turned the console battery indicator on. As opposed to just the battery, it actually has the percentage on here. So you can turn that on there. That's a little tip for you. It can come in handy. Mute when headphones are disconnected. That's on by default. And there's pretty much all your system settings. Okay? Here's your controller options. This is pretty cool because it'll tell you what your battery, how much battery you have on the left and right Joy-Con, and what your controller setup is. Okay? You can change the grip order. You can pair new controllers. If you get another pair of Joy-Cons or if you get the Pro controller. Got that. Albums, we're going to get to that in a little bit. And then you have the Nintendo eShop. Now, I have mine see now how it's saying how who to use. So if you had more than one user, you could just switch without having to be logged in and out. Really nice. Nice and convenient. I think they really got this operating system down really good. I like what they did. It's nice and simplistic, but it works. It's a nice, clean interface. You go into the eShop here, you can actually have it set to where your password is always required. While I'm home, I have it turned on, and when I'm out and about, sometimes I have it turned on, especially if I'm on tablet mode, handheld mode. But we're just here in the gaming studio, so we don't need that on. And then the eShop will load up. The eShop is probably going to be a little slow because I'm actually downloading something in the background. My bandwidth is probably capped. Believe it or not. Let me try one more time here, and if not... But, it's the eShop. I showed it off yesterday. There's not really that much there. It's just got the launch games. You can download Shovel Knight. You can download Fast RMX. I Am Setsuna is on there. Just Dance is on there. Bomberman is on there. There's more coming. So, more eShop games will be available when they become available, which will be soon. So that is the eShop. And I like this. This is news. Now this is pretty neat. This is like this is always updated constantly, but it's just everything that you need to know, and it's constantly being updated with tips and advertisements and what games are coming out. And as you can see here, new system version is available. We got it already. Introducing new games, snipper clips, early look at Super Mario Odyssey, so you might want to check that out. There's videos. 1-2 Switch, what's available now, what's available soon, what's available in the summer. Shows you little tips, how to take screenshots, show your friends, a quick intro to quick settings, all that we already went through. Setting the tabletop mode. So pretty neat information that you might want to have when you're first starting out with your Switch, or when, there's a person that's not used to tech or whatever. Maybe this is their first console. They could find all the simple stuff out and how to do it instead of reading a manual. Alright, where do I put the micro SD card? Okay? Under the kickstand there. More games that you download and buy that will be presented here, and then this will keep going like a strip. And basically these will all fill up with games the more and more that you download games. Alright, as you can see here, you have different options on the bottom. Another cool thing that I want to show you is just how seamlessly you could go and multitask in this operating system right off the bat. So I'm actually playing a game here. So I'll show you what happens. I'm playing this game. And right in the middle of the game. Okay, right in the middle of the game. If I want to go back home. Boom, I can. And that'll pause. That actually paused the game. So I could go do this, blah, blah, blah. I could go to my photo album. I could do whatever. I could go to system settings, change something, do whatever. Go right back to the game, and it starts you right where you left off when you last were playing the game. There you go. Pretty neat. I'm going to show you how the screen capture functions. Just like PlayStation 4 and Xbox has, we can now finally take screenshots and actually post them to social media like Twitter. Right? On your left Joy-Con, you have a little screen capture button. And as you can see, the screen capture takes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home. Right? And it pauses your game again. You don't lose no progress. You go to albums. Now this is pretty cool that a lot of the other operating systems don't have. You can pick your picture here. You can select it. It renders. You have it on here. Pretty cool. Now you can post, as you can see, editing and posting. You can actually post it to, say, Facebook or whatever. So if you have social networks set up, you could post it to certain websites. Pretty cool. Facebook, whatever. All right. We're going to back out because we don't want to do it right now. And I'm actually going to show you something pretty cool. This actually has editing. So you could actually do text. You could copy. So you could put, you know, something like, I don't know. This is just an example, of course, but race day. Accept. Okay? Pretty cool. And then you know, you could even go crazy. I mean, you could put little subtitles. You could change the text size, the font size. You could change the position and the angle. You could change the color with like a stroke to stand out. And then finish. Pretty neat. And then it's saved in your album. And you can post it later. And then what I like about it is it actually keeps the original. So pretty neat. That's a little neat added touch, I thought. And then look, go right back again. Right where you left off. Nothing's lost. Nice and seamless. Nice and fast. Not a bad little operating system. I would imagine that this is going to get updated a lot. There's going to be a lot of changes. They're going to bring a lot of features in. Right off the bat, day one, I think it's really good. I like it. It's fast. It's snappy. Works great in handheld mode. Looks nice and clean on the screen. Looks great on the TV. It does everything you need. It's got all the main stuff that you would, you know, use a lot. It doesn't have any extra added garbage. And I think it works. It really does for the Switch. Games play great. I haven't had any problems. Everything seems nice and responsive. And I'm excited to see what they bring in the future to this UI. Because I think it's really good now. So it's only going to get better. And, you know, not bad. So that's my walkthrough and tour of the user interface of the Nintendo Switch. Thank you for joining me. Take care, and until the next video, I'll see you again soon.